What are you doing, Twan? Oh my goodness! What is this?
Look at you.
You got all these toys all around you. What are you doing over here?
His face.
You look like you're taking a toy bath. Yeah. My goodness. Alright. Time for work. Love you guys. Alright. What's going down, everybody? Let's turn some lights on. There we go. Boom. Pull up a chair. What's going down, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. What's going down, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Holmes Hobbies Motor Control. It's your boy Josh, aka Coleman. We are actually chilling in the studio. We're gonna head over to the workbench in a minute. I've got a mess. Honestly, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna dive into my build because I had a little issue. I let out the magic smoke and I don't know where it came from. I know that one of the things that went bad was the receiver. At least I'm pretty sure the receiver went bad. I'm not 100% sure though. And something went bad. I don't know what it is. So I was working on the lights. I plugged something into a port that I shouldn't have plugged it into, and poof, everything shut down. Nothing was working. I ripped it all apart, trying to figure it out. I hooked up a new receiver, and nothing would work. So I tried hooking just a couple things in at a time, and I got it to beep at me again. So that's where I left it last night. I got flustered with it and said, well, you know, I'm just gonna go to bed and we will do this on tomorrow's episode. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over and work on the Jeep, and prepare yourselves because this is a wiring mess. Like, it's a nightmare. Okay, look at this. Yeah, this is not staged. This is not staged to look like this. This is literally where I left off last night. Oh man, oh, my shutter speed's off. Let me fix that. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah. This is where I left off last night. I don't know how to explain it. Let me get this out of the way. I started hooking everything up, and then I realized that I wanted to use other lights from other light kits that I had, but they didn't work with that one light kit. But I still wanted to use that one light kit, so I wound up wiring it into another light kit to where I had two light kits wired up together. And then I started using these halo LEDs for the dash, and I did all kinds of stuff, and it was all working great. As you can see, look, I got, you know, there's lights wired in the back of this now. It turns on and just lights this up awesome. It looks great. I got the undercarriage lights were all working. I got everything set up in the right ports that I wanted it to be set up in. Here's one light kit here. That's the GT Power Light Kit that is the one that I usually use, right? And then here's the other GT Power Light Kit, or Energy, but it's basically the same thing as the other. It's the same thing as the old GT Power Light Kit, basically. And yeah, so these don't work together. Like, I can't take these, unplug them, and plug them into here. Well, I can, but they won't turn on, and vice versa, right? So basically, I've got a ton of wires I need to work through, but before I can do that, I need to get a receiver working. So this is the receiver that was in there. This is a 6-channel receiver. I'm pretty sure it's fried because it smells like magic smoke, right? Yeah, smells like magic smoke, big time. And I'm pretty sure that was the main thing, but also I think something else went, because when I plugged everything into this other receiver, which I know looks all super janky, but it's an 8-channel it's the only one that I had that had 6 channels. I didn't all the other ones are 4-channel ones that I have hanging up over here, and I've got, you know, some laying around. They're all 4-channel. I need at least 6 channels. This is the only other one I had that was at least 6 channels. Turns out it was actually 8, which made it way bigger, and I still need to try to fit it in that same box. So in trying to do so, I chopped the thing all down, and I started making my own custom stuff around it, and I was just going to paint it or something. But I don't think I'm even going to use it. I think what's going to wind up happening is I'm going to just order a new radio and try to get a 6-channel radio that's actually of some quality. And this is a really expensive build, and I don't want to run some jank radio on it. So, and right now this is looking real jank. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Now I just need to figure out, what did I screw up in here? What blew? Did I blow the servo? Because you got to look at everything that's attached here. There is servo here. BLS SHV 500, right? Right there. There is an HV 500 right here. There is 2 light kits. There is a BLE Pro ESC right here. There is a dual BR Mini, which is basically 2 BR Mini ESCs right here to run the winches. 2 winches, and then there's also Phoenix LEDs rock lights, right? And all of that is supposed to disappear into this truck, and I'm really struggling with it. I feel like I might be pulling some stuff apart and minimalizing the amount of wires even more. This, I hadn't got to it yet, but all these were going to get minimalized, basically shortened or lengthened to the exact length that they needed to be in order to minimize the amount of excess wire I had. And it's just a huge process, but in the end it pays off because you get that really cool lifelike lighting in your truck, and when you have full 3-dimensional interior and all that other stuff, it just really brings it to life. It looks really cool, and I am hell-bent on pulling it off with this rig. So yeah, we're doing some hunting today. We're gonna try to find the problem here, so let's get started. All right, so the first thing I need to do is get this thing all powered up here. So turn on the radio, we're gonna plug it in, and I just wanna see what gets power and what doesn't. Obviously it's not gonna lock in, it's just gonna keep chiming, so bear with me. Sounds like front and rear winches are working. However, I don't think we're getting anything from the BLE. I'm really wondering if I blew this ESC. That would be so bad. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and try to bind this up. I got to plug in this bind plug. I'm going to try to use a 4-channel just to see if I can get some sort of life out of this. So yeah, and I know this is a new one, and if it doesn't work, I've got a few other 4-channels. So one way or another, we're going to try to get some life out of this thing and figure out what's bad and what isn't. That's there. Now we're going to go back in here again. Go to our RX setup, go to bind with receiver, yes. And now I'm going to try to plug this in and see what happens. Alright, so what I've done now is I went ahead and got out a BLE Pro ESC, and I'm going to open this up and hook it up, and we're just going to create a system outside of the truck and see if we can get it functioning, get one of these bound up using a brand new Holmes Hobbies setup. That way I know it's good to go and it hasn't been tainted by my hands. Alright, so I figured this out. What we got to do here is basically we go into the RX setup. Boom, AF HDS2, I have to have that off. So I had it on before, just shows me all the telemetry and all that. Can't use that with the older one, so turn that off, and then you can bind it up. I already bound it up, so now we're going to plug it in and make sure that everything turns on and works properly. Alright, so no, we don't have any servo. Oh, the servo's not plugged in. Okay. Well, that would explain that. Let's go ahead and plug the servo in. Boom, there we go. Okay, servo's working. And I don't want to scratch this up, so we're gonna do this one-handed. Oh, it works. Oh, shit, son! Oops. Aww. Dang it, that was exactly what I was not wanting to do, man. I just got it all scuffed up. Ah. Look at that. Damn it. Hopefully that rubs off. I cannot believe I just did that. I should have set the camera down and just did this the correct way. What I meant to do was to grab this, hold on here carefully, and barely touch the throttle here. Okay. Wow. All right, so let's go ahead and we know that works. Let's go ahead and plug the servo into some different channels. Make sure that they work. I guess there is no other channels. There's one other channel. It works. So, all right. Something tells me the main ESC in here is blown, and that's what's going to be causing all this madness. So let's go ahead and hook up to it and see what we can figure out here. Alright, so this is interesting. I think I found the problem. So I went ahead and tried plugging it in, and for those of you that don't know, I know it looks like a mess, but I know what all these wires are. This one right here is for my ESC, my main ESC, my throttle, right? This one right here, which splits and comes to this, this is for my main steering, right? My steering servos. Then this one right here, this is for my rear winch. This is for auxiliary power, and the one that's plugged in now is for my front winch. And when I give it throttle, what do you know? Look, my winch down. Oh, it's gonna break the cord. No. All right, so anyways, yeah. Point is, everything works except for my main ESC. So I think I have a blown BLE, which sucks because it's never actually been used. It's all because I plugged something in wrong. So this is 100% user failure, a costly one. Oh man, this sucks. So I guess what I'm going to be doing is replacing the BLE Pro that's in there with this BLE Pro instead. And while I'm at it, I'm probably going to clean up a lot of this wiring and just try to refine it some more. So yeah, trouble solving today. The troubleshooting, I guess that's what we can call it. Troubleshooting, problem solving, whatever. And of course, as you guys can see, that BLE Pro is in there. So that's another issue that I had, is just I feel like I have too many wires. I feel like I can minimize this by routing some of them together. Some wires can handle a little bit heavier load than others. So it's just, I think I need to go through and refine all of this before I do the final button-up job on it. You know, and I know it's probably hard to see it now, but I've been working on this for a long time, and I literally almost have it done, or almost had it done before this happened, and I was actually hoping to have it finished up this week. Oh, it's almost ready for paint, but I refuse to get to that point until I know everything's going to work, and that's basically what I was doing. I was testing all my wiring, making sure my wiring was perfect, and I just made a mistake late at night working on it, and I plugged something into the wrong port. So now what I will be doing is color coding my ports so that I don't do that, because this is where it all happened, is right here. I've got this auxiliary port thing that I built here, and yeah, I have most of this stuff labeled so I know which one goes where, but apparently it doesn't work good enough for me. So I'm going to color code everything and make it a lot easier, or use stickers or something. I'm going to figure something out so that there's a coding there, so it makes it a little bit easier for me to keep track of all this wiring. So that being said, guys, I think I'm gonna call it. I don't want to get too deep into this right now. I'll get all frustrated. But I will see you guys here on the next episode. You already know what it is, fam. Thank you for tuning in. Peace, chick grease. Yeah.